Hey guys, how you all doing? The Wrestling Guy back here today, joined by the chairman of the board, and today we have another episode of Let's Talk Wrestling. And today we have our SummerSlam predictions for the first time as well on the Let's Talk Wrestling podcast. So welcome to all listeners that are on there. And today, as we always do, we have our SummerSlam predictions. So we're both very excited for this pay-per-view. For those of you who haven't seen our prediction videos already, what we'll do is we'll break down each of our matches, say what we think is going to happen, maybe talk a little bit about what we think might happen after as a result, and who we think is going to win ultimately as well. So if you guys do go on to enjoy, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And when you're ready, Chairman, we'll make a start.
Okay, right. So we're going to go through our SummerSlam predictions, just talk a little bit about what we think could happen, and just talk a little bit about some of the build-up that we've had going on as well. So we're going to start the ball rolling with the first match on my list, which is going to be Bobby Lashley versus Theory for the WWE United States Championship. Now, we just saw this match at Money in the Bank. What do you think about seeing a rematch? I'm
up for it because I personally really enjoyed their first match. I thought their match at Money in the Bank was really solid. It made both guys look really good. It was one of those matches where it didn't really matter who won and who didn't because they both came out looking strong. And I would definitely not mind seeing these two clash again. I think it'd be great.
Yeah, no, I agree entirely. I think that they had a good match at Money in the Bank. I think there was a lot of good storytelling in it, and it set up a good opportunity to really push Theory, which is what they did at the end of the night, obviously when he won the Money in the Bank briefcase. I think this is a match that a lot of fans are kind of like, do we really need to see this match again? It's not going to hurt to see it again. In all honesty, I think it's a good opportunity to push Theory. It's also a good opportunity to get Bobby Lashley on the card and working him as well as getting the United States title on the card as well, which I think is very important at the moment, especially because at the moment we're still not seeing the Intercontinental title being defended.
It's the only title that's actually not on the SummerSlam card.
Again,
it's been defended.
Yeah, but then going back to what last year's WrestleMania, when it was the last time it was defended, wasn't it, with Becky and Apollo? It's just we need to see it need to see the Intercontinental title on pay-per-view. So we're really missing out on that. I think with this match as well, I think this is a great opportunity for them to look at future stars and looking at future talent. And to be honest, I'm thinking that a lot with this whole pay-per-view. In the SummerSlam build-up, there's so many of these matches have young talent, future stars that they're looking at bringing forward. Probably just with the exception to probably the main event. And they need to do that because there are going to be points where these older stars are starting to go part-time. Some of them are retiring. You can't rely on just bringing back people to just do one-offs and part-time and everything else. You really need to start pushing future talent. And this pay-per-view looks like this is what it's going to do. And this match is a good example of that.
I completely agree. I think as well, when you look at sort of how Raw's being run as a show at the moment, Theory is probably the best contender for the United States title. If you look at it across the board in terms of storytelling. And I think that again, this match can bring a bit of life to the United States Championship as well, because Bobby Lashley is a guy that he's going to be reliable with it. He's going to use it to his advantage, and he's going to really make something of being the United States champion. So
Bobby Lashley is a good champion. Yeah, he's a good champion, whichever belt they put on.
And I also think Theory was a big part of that as well. He really built up that United States title as well.
Made it relevant again. I don't think anybody's made it that relevant since John Cena was doing the Open Challenges.
Exactly.
In all honesty. And also, you also do have to bear in mind that with any of these premium live, we keep saying pay-per-views, premium live events that are coming up, we have to keep remembering that Theory's still holding that briefcase. You've got to keep him prominent. You've got to keep bringing him forward. So, to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the opener. This might be the opener, and then it teases that opportunity then that Theory's going to have that chance to recover in time to possibly cash in the briefcase. We don't know. We'll discuss that a little bit later on when we get to the main event. To me, I think this is a good match, and this would be definitely a good one on the card. Next up,
should we do our prediction?
Oh yeah, you want to do a prediction on this one? Yeah.
I'm going to say Bobby Lashley retains.
Yeah,
I think it kind of speaks for itself. But again, I think it's going to be another match that really does really help both the guys really boost themselves up on the Raw brand.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I think Bobby Lashley's going to be retaining this one. I think maybe if Theory didn't have the briefcase, then I think maybe he would have won it back. I think it's also interesting with Theory as well, this whole thing with now that Vince McMahon has stepped down and retired, that he's not Vince's boy anymore, is he? So, and obviously they made a point of that on Raw with Roman Reigns saying that your daddy's gone and I'm the daddy now, kind of thing. So, yeah, I think that's interesting stuff. Good bit of storytelling in that as well.
Nice,
so we'll see what happens with that one. But yeah, I think we're both going to agree on that one. Bobby Lashley's keeping that one. So right, moving on to the next one. We're going to go with Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin.
Now, this is one of those matches of all of the matches on the SummerSlam card that has probably had one of the best build-ups in terms of the storytelling behind it, because this has been going on since
it's kind of had a nice slow build on it, because it's kind of been that it's kind of been that whole Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss kind of going their separate ways, led to their little feud. McAfee's been having those little digs on commentary about Happy Corbin and everything else. And then it's kind of got to this point now where they start calling each other names. It is a little bit sort of handbags at dawn kind of thing. But the Baron Corbin leaping over, Happy Corbin leaping over the guardrail and attacking McAfee, that's been good. There's been some nice little bits on there, some good bits of storytelling. But I think this is the one that's had sort of the bigger sort of build on it. But nice.
I think this could be one of those surprising matches as well, where it's two guys that, you may not like their characters or such, but they could probably put on a good wrestling match. And I think I think that this one could be a bit of an eye opener to a lot of fans. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people dislike Happy Corbin. I like the guy. He's a good worker, and he puts in lots of effort, and you can see that he's another one of those guys that's sort of willing to do whatever needs to be done in order to help the company. So I'm liking Happy Corbin. And to be honest, I mean, Pat McAfee, I think he surprised a lot of us with his in-ring abilities. I think he's been doing really, really well. And I'm more than happy to see him get back in the ring again and have a match. Yeah, so, definitely.
I think for kind of the celebrity style of opponents and wrestlers that they've had in the ring over recent years, for me, Pat McAfee stands out as one of the best ones on there. He was really, really impressive, and he can get the crowd going as well. I mean, he knows how to work the crowd. He does it well on commentary, where he's jumping up on the tables and sort of slapping Michael Cole about and all that kind of stuff. So I think he's going to be a good one. I think this is going to be one that's going to keep the crowd buzzing, keep it interested. This might even be the opening match, to get the crowd, just to get that build up of the crowd. So because it's going to be in Nashville, so get that big build up with the Nashville crowd and keep them and try and keep them on that buzz. So I think this is going to be a good one. I think this is going to be sort of hard hitting. I think we're going to see some sort of big moves from Corbin. McAfee coming out with some good comeback bits, and probably see him coming off the top rope as well. Would not be surprised by that. So your prediction on this one? I'm going to say Pat McAfee wins this one. I think Pat McAfee's got this one. I think I'm going to agree with you on that. I got to be honest though, I wouldn't actually mind seeing Corbin get a win. No, because I think he'd be due. I think he'd be about due one on a premium live event. So I wouldn't mind seeing Corbin get one. But I think the buzz behind Pat McAfee at the moment, the fans are liking it. And again, these are two younger guys. I see there's a lot of potential in there for the future as well. But I think I'm going to agree with you on that one, Pat McAfee. Be interesting to see if anything does happen with Madcap Moss or anything like that, maybe an interference or someone else. We'll see. Maybe something else to set up another feud for Corbin. We'll see what happens on there. But I think I'm with you on that. McAfee to pick up the W on that one. So moving on to the next one, then we are going to go with the tag team title match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. It will be the Usos, Jimmy and Jey Uso, the champions, going up against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford. The interesting thing in this one also, we have the special guest referee, which was announced as Nashville's own Jeff Jarrett. No, I'm really looking forward to this match. I know we said about it in our Money in the Bank review video that it was a contender for match of the year. Fantastic match. Fantastic match last time.
and I have no doubt in my mind that this is going to be as good, if not better, because you've got two well-established tag teams. They've got the experience. They know how to work together. And like I said, the extra spanner, which is in the works, which is Jeff Jarrett as special guest referee as well. Not really sure what was going on with that.
I think it's just a Nashville thing.
Yeah, I don't think there's any storytelling behind it, to be honest. I think it is just a, like you say,
just a Nashville thing. I think it's just the fact that they've also recently signed him with the company as well. So I think they wanted to make a point of showing him.
So we'll see what that means for it as well. But yeah, I have no doubt that this is going to be a show stealer.
Yeah, I mean their Money in the Bank match was great. Some really good stuff in there. The Usos at the moment, they are absolutely on top form at the moment. They are some of the very best work in tag team wrestling by the Usos. They are fantastic. The Street Profits have been holding their own as well. They've been doing very, very well. Nice to see the Profits get a push after all this time. It's been a little while since they've been in the company, and we've sort of seen them get there and then get pushed back down again and come back up, get down. But this feels like a strong push for them.
This matches like this, I think, is probably the build up towards the revolution of the tag team division. Yeah. Because tag team division went through a phase. It kind of started slumping down a little bit, and then it was kind of leveling off at a certain rate. There was a point, I remember, we didn't even know who the tag champions were. It was terrible. I think it's, especially with the Usos and the Bloodline and let's say Street Profits, RK Bro, the Mysterios, Alpha Academy, you're getting some good tag teams coming up now. And I think that this could be a start of something good for the tag team division. So I'm excited.
I agree. Do you think that AEW's use of tag teams is caused WWE to look at their tag team division? I think maybe they need to start. Yeah,
one thing I've said right from the start of AEW is that they know what to do with their tag teams, and they know what to do with their factions. I think it's kind of starting to slope off a little bit. Well, right towards the start, it was quite strong, but I think that I mean, especially now as well that obviously Vince McMahon's gone as well, because I know he wasn't a fan of tag team wrestling.
Yeah, they've always said he wasn't a big fan of tag team wrestling.
Will we see a change from that respect as well? But I think AEW is definitely kind of always there in the corner, and I think that they have been paying some attention to it, which is good, because tag team wrestling is a fundamental part of wrestling.
Oh, absolutely.
And one of my favourite parts. So,
absolutely. You go back to the days of the Hart Foundation, the Legion of Doom, Demolition, the Rockers, all of those in there, even the Rock and Roll Express, things like that on there. Tag team wrestling has been always a very key sort of element to it. As you can't just have all singles matches all the time. It would So the use of tag teams, and also tag teams are a great way of being able to bring up talent and then sort of split them off and take them into two different directions. Sean and Marty. Sort of Brett and Anvil, we've seen it all happen on there. So I think tag team wrestling is fundamental. But what I like about this match as well, again, it's two young teams. It's fresh blood again, fresh faces, and I think this is a great opportunity for them to push the Street Profits up another level. The Usos at the moment, they're just consistently flying up top at the moment. They're doing fantastic. So where do you see this one heading? What do you see happening in this one?
Now this is a difficult one, because I kind of feel I'm at that stage with the Bloodline now where it's kind of, it could be at any point that they start switching it. And I've been kind of looking at the tag team division as a whole and kind of thinking which tag team would be credible enough to defeat the Usos, because the Usos are that good at the moment. And you know, after the match at Money in the Bank, the Street Profits, I keep my eyes on them, because they did give them a good run for their money, and there were a couple of points there you thought they're actually going to win this. They're actually going to win the titles off of the Usos. So I think on this occasion I'm still going to go with the Usos to retain. But I am keeping my eye on the Street Profits in the future, because I think that they could be the ones to do it. Okay.
Do you think that the rumours that we were hearing back at Money in the Bank about a possible split of the Street Profits, do you think we may see something from that?
I'm not sure, because at the moment I probably wouldn't want it, because I'm actually starting to get behind the Street Profits now, because they are putting on some good stuff. But there are rumours all over the internet about Montez Ford going solo. So we'll have to see. Because I remember a couple of months back we were saying about it, weren't we? Because there were certain indications of them maybe turning a heel, or or splitting off. So yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out.
Well, yeah, we started to see a more aggressive Montez Ford. They came out, can't remember which event it was, where they had all the black on as well. They had all the dark stuff on, which kind of suggested that maybe they were going to go heel as well. And then, so when we got to Money in the Bank, there were a couple of rumors going around that maybe it was going to be time for them to split them up and send them off in different directions. Yeah, I think at the moment I wouldn't want to see a split, but I think there is the potential for them doing something where maybe they don't win it again. Montez loses his cool, pushes Dawkins or whatever.
Because at the minute, apart from sort of Alpha Academy, that I can't really see a top tag team that could really challenge the Usos.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you've got Judgment Day, if you do Damien Priest and Balor maybe, or the Mysterios. Again, they're kind of doing other storylines at the minute. So it's kind of, if you do end up splitting Street Profits up, what are you going to do with the Usos? Yeah, so
that's very true. No, yeah. So you're going with the Usos. Everything on this one. Okay, I'm gonna disagree with you on this one. So we're going to make sure, because I want to make sure that we go through this and we've at least disagreed on something. So I am going to disagree with you on this one. I am going to go with new tag team champions, the Street Profits.
Okay.
I think maybe this is their calling. I think this might be their time to sort of push it up, and I can see him having a good match. I reckon this could potentially be match of the night as well. I think this has got, from what we saw in Money in the Bank, this has everything to be a possible show stealer. So yeah, be interesting to see what happens with the special guest referee. It's always kind of interesting when they have special guest referees, because there's always that kind of inkling in your mind that maybe something is going to happen. Maybe someone is going to get screwed.
There is that rumour that's floating around as well about Solo Sikoa, obviously the Usos' brother, moving up to the main roster as well. So will that be a factor?
Would that be a factor?
Will we see an interference? We shall see.
Interesting.
But, yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, we'll wait and see. But yeah, we're going to have a difference of opinion on this one. So I'm going to go with the Profits, and you're going with the Usos.
But I wouldn't mind either way, because like I said, I think if anyone's going to defeat the Usos, it's going to be the Street Profits.
Yeah, I think maybe this is their time. This is their time to do it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens on that one. Right. So next one on the list then is the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Liv Morgan, the champion, going in against Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, I'm excited for this match. I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, but like, what has Ronda done to deserve the match?" It's
a rematch.
It is a rematch. Yeah, it is a rematch. At the end of the day, it's simple as that.
You lose a title, get your rematch clause in.
Yeah. And I'm not disappointed, because again, she's the strongest woman on SmackDown to face the SmackDown Women's Champion at the moment.
Yeah.
So why not? And Ronda Rousey and Liv Morgan, two of my favourites. I think they'll be putting on a really good match. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, I've got to agree with this. I think this is we all got the thing that we really wanted at Money in the Bank, which was to see Liv Morgan not only win the Money in the Bank, but then to cash it in and become a women's champion. And obviously she cashed it in against Ronda. So yeah, we're really pleased with that. I think as soon as that happened, but I could automatically see that we were going to get the rematch, and was hoping it was going to be at SummerSlam, and it is. I think this has some interesting potential in it. I think with this one, I think there's a lot that they can do with it. The last couple of weeks, it's kind of it's been interesting with what they've been doing. Ronda Rousey's almost kind of dismissing Liv Morgan as it's just I'll just simply come and get it straight back off of you, so almost dismissing it on there. Hopefully that's going to be sort of one of these storylines where where people are going to underestimate Liv Morgan and she's going to come out on top. I'd like to see her hold it for a bit. I don't want to see her lose it too quickly. She's worked hard for it, the fans love her, and I think she deserves to have a good run with it. But at the same time, I do love Ronda Rousey. I'm a big Ronda Rousey fan. As I've mentioned before, I think you're going to see a lot of submission skills from Ronda. I think you're going to see Liv Morgan fighting and battling and sort of gutting it out as much as she can. I'm hoping she gets a nice clean win as well. If Liv's to win it, I want to see a nice clean win on it. Or maybe we see Ronda Rousey take the title through nefarious means. Maybe this could be the start of a heel turn for Ronda Rousey. Who knows? But we'll see where this one goes. But I'm excited for this one. I think this has got really good potential, and nice to see Liv Morgan getting a decent opponent to start off with as well. Because I think Ronda Rousey's title reign was pretty poor because they didn't give her a lot of decent competition. And this would be a good one for Liv to start with. And if Liv does retain, I can see there's lots of potential going forward as well. I can see Raquel Gonzalez, Carmella. I mean, even Natalia again. I'm not a huge Natalia fan. I like Natalia's work in the ring, but I think her character suffers. But I think there's lots of potential in there if Liv does keep it.
Yeah. I think this is definitely going to be good. We're going to have to drop this bombshell in there at some point. Are we going to see Bayley return? We set every prediction. So.
The rumors keep coming out.
Yeah.
The rumors keep coming out. Are we going to see Bayley? Are we going to see Charlotte?
Yeah.
Charlotte's waiting there as well. So will we see Charlotte come back? So we will see what happens there. So
yeah,
where are we going with this one? Where's your prediction?
I'm going to go with what my heart says on this one. I want Liv Morgan to keep it a bit longer. Yeah. Taking nothing away from Ronda Rousey because they're both excellent, definitely at the top of the women's division at the moment. Yeah. But I'm going to say Liv Morgan retains.
Yeah. Much as I love Ronda, I want to see Liv keep this one. I'd like, as I said before, I'd like to see a decent title reign. From Liv Morgan. She's worked so hard to get it. The fans are absolutely behind her at the moment. She's got some of the best merch sales going on at the moment as well. I think this is a great opportunity for the 100%. WWE to push her forward. And again, young talent. We're looking at the future. That's the thing. And obviously we've had the recent announcement that Vince McMahon has retired and stepped down. Stephanie and Triple H are taking over. We've been told now that Triple H is going to be head of talent relations and creative and everything else. So we're looking at the future. We're looking forward. And I think, this, as I said at the start, this is the pay-per-view that is going to be doing that. We're looking at future stars, future potential, future storylines. We're looking at the way ahead. So let's hope that Liv keeps it, because I think it's a great way of looking at the future of the women's wrestling. So they're brilliant. Right, okay, so we're agreeing on that one then. So on to the next one then. Let's go with the other women's match for the Raw Women's Championship. Bianca Belair going in as champion against Becky Lynch. Again.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'm not too fussed about this one because it's another Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair match, and it's kind of just it's getting to the point now. You think, what else can they do? They had their match at WrestleMania. They had the match at, was it Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one kind of harkens back all the way to SummerSlam last year, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the whole case of Bianca was the champion. Becky Lynch came back and took her title back off her within 28 seconds. I think this is kind of I'm kind of hoping that this is the finale to a year-long story based on Bianca and Becky taking the title off of each other and swapping it around. So
I have no doubt that this is going to be a good match. Got two great performers on the Raw side in Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair. I think Becky Lynch's character in the minute is fabulous. I think she's doing such a great job with her new character, and Bianca Belair is a strong champion as well at the moment. So I'm really excited to see.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Becky's ring work. I think some of her ring work is lazy in places, but it's certainly improved. It has certainly improved, and a lot of that is because of this changing character. The changing character that she has now, I absolutely love. I think this is the best Becky Lynch that we've had. I was never a fan of the Man. I didn't like the Man Becky Lynch, but I like Big Time Bex. Big Time Bex for me is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think we've seen her. The character has developed over the last few months. We've seen changes in her, which is really, really good. She's kind of the female Seth Rollins now, isn't she? The way that she dresses and everything else is really kind of going a bit crazy, a bit elaborate with it all as well. Loving all that as well. Bianca Belair, really strong performer in the ring. Dare I say, up there with the athleticism of Charlotte Flair in my opinion. Really, really strong in that. And yeah, she is the strongest, the toughest, the fastest, all of that. She's got it. Yeah, she's got it all going on. She is really, really good. Do we really need another one of these matches? I think we do, just to finish the story. I'm hoping that this is the conclusion, that this one gets done, and then they go off to face other opponents, other challenges. But I think they will put in a strong match. So for me, the matches that they've had in the past have all been good matches. I think this is going to be another strong one as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Where'd your heart lie with this one?
I'm going to say Bianca Belair retains.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Bianca Belair retains title.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you on that one as well. I just think it would be a little bit too early to take the belt back off of her.
Yeah.
Plus, also there is also that potential of future opponents as well. I think we've seen Becky take on pretty much everybody. So let's see Bianca get some good title defenses in, run through with it for a bit. But again, also this could be the one where potentially we could see a returning Bayley. We could see a returning Queen with Charlotte. There's potential in there as well. So we'll see what happens with this one. But I could see this one being a good one. But yeah, I think we're both going to agree on that one, Bianca, to keep the title on that one. Right, so the next one. This one's an interesting one, because I think this one kind of people are kind of very sort of Marmite on this match, and that is Logan Paul versus The Miz in a singles match.
No, I am actually really looking forward to this match. Surprisingly, I didn't think I would be, but I am looking forward to this one. I think this one's going to be good. I actually don't mind Logan Paul. I know that, like you say, it's very 50-50 at the minute. Either you love him or you hate him. I personally think he's really good. I was very impressed with his ring work at WrestleMania. I thought he was very talented. He's got some real potential there.
Yeah.
Now that obviously he's signed his contract, it'd be interesting to see what they've got planned for him going forward. And yeah, the storyline with The Miz has been great as well since he's come back. So I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah, I think this is a good one. Obviously we had the WrestleMania match where they teamed up.
Yeah.
And then obviously they won the match, and then Miz turned around and turned on Logan Paul and gave him the skull crushing finale. And since then we've had that kind of like that little sort of hints and rumors that Logan Paul was training, and he was going to be signing with WWE. And then obviously he has signed now. Miz was trying to get him to come back as a tag team partner, and Logan Paul turned around and said, "No, you stabbed me in the back. Now I want my revenge." Yep. I mean, simple storytelling, but it works.
Yeah,
it does work, isn't it? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So it's nice, easy storytelling. We like that. And yeah, I think Logan Paul, surprised a lot of people with his in-ring work at WrestleMania. And you can see on some of the training videos that he's really, really serious about his work in the ring. You can see he's really working on it hard. The fans are still going to be very kind of, they're either going to love him or they're going to hate him. I mean, it seemed clear on Raw that there's still a lot of fans out there that are going to boo him because of who he is, because he's a celebrity and a personality. So this is going to be an interesting one to see how the Nashville crowd react, because obviously The Miz is the heel. Logan Paul, they're obviously trying to push as the babyface. But you never know with wrestling fans. That's the thing. You never know how they're going to react. Are they going to be cheering The Miz and booing Logan Paul? We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Logan Paul, in my opinion, is a good addition to the WWE roster. And we've just recently seen him on the downloadable content on the 2K22 game as well.
Yeah.
And you actually said he was actually one of your favourite characters.
He's one of my favourite characters.
Yes.
His moveset is the look is great. The moveset's great. He's a great one to try on there. So if you haven't tried it, go and try him out.
Check
he's
him
good.
out. Yeah. So yeah, I think this one's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see how their styles work. Miz is very much more sort of a bit more technical. I can see Logan Paul trying to probably pull off something off the top rope. I can see him being a bit of a flyer. But also just I'm interested to see how he works. It will be interesting to see how he sells. Be interesting to see his move sets. So yeah, I think this one has a lot of interest. for us. I think we're keen to see where this one goes.
Yeah,
so, where do you think this one will land?
I personally think that Logan Paul's going to take this one.
Yeah.
Because I think the Miz, it doesn't really need the win. Although it'd be good for it because again he's been one of those that's kind of he's happy to just take the losses at the moment. But I think for Logan Paul, it's the start of his career, they're going to want to get the fans behind him.
Yeah.
Going to want to have to get him off to a good start. So I think Logan Paul's going to get the W on this one.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul's going to have to do something big. I think he's probably going to have to do something crazy. I think he's going to have to do something off the top that's going to get the fans excited, get the fans going, get the fans cheering him on. I think he's going to have a lot of work to do. I think he's probably going to have more work than a lot of fresh-faced people would have coming into the industry to try and win the fans over, because there are already going to be people out there that instantly dislike him. So he's going to have a lot of work to do on there. But I think we should give him a chance. I'm hoping wrestling fans will give him a chance to see what he can do. Both in the ring and on the mic, see where he ends up. So I can see this one going Logan Paul's way. Again, like you said, the Miz doesn't need the win. The Miz he's a talent pusher. I mean, he's one of those guys that they can use him to push future stars to help people pick up wins. And it doesn't affect him. It doesn't affect his look, his style, his performance, anything else, because he's still the A-lister. He's still awesome. He's still the Miz, so he doesn't really need the wins. But I would like to see Miz get a premium live event win, because he's great. I love the Miz. I think he's fabulous. So, but we'll see. We'll see where this one goes. But I think for me, I think it's got to be Logan Paul. I think they'll want to start him on a high. So Logan Paul. But please, wrestling fans, give him a chance. Let's give him a chance and see what he can actually do. Don't just boo him because of who he is and what he is. But let's see what he can actually do in the ring. So that's a good one on there. Then we've got next one coming up is Riddle versus Seth freaking Rollins in a singles match.
I am excited for this one. I'm a big fan of Seth Rollins, as you all know, and I'm a huge fan of Riddle at the moment as well. I think Riddle's been putting in some really good stuff over the past couple of months. And the only problem I have with this match is it was just chucked together. There was no build-up. There was a bit more rule last night, to be fair. They did give them a bit of work on where Rollins attacked Riddle last night.
Stomp on the steps.
Yeah. But in terms of the actual build-up to the match, it was kind of just pop up on the social media. We're now going to see Riddle and Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, and everyone's like, "Oh, okay." Like that's that. I don't mind that there's been no storyline build up, because this is going to be a good match.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't not want to see this match. No, that's the thing. Is that you get around and say, "Oh, we're going to put Riddle and Seth Rollins on SummerSlam, on the SummerSlam card," and I'm like, "Okay, it's fine with that. I'll watch that. Yeah, I'm happy with that." So
yeah, definitely.
Do you think this may have come around because of Cody's injury? Because we don't have Edge back yet?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, that was one thing that I was hoping in my mind, is that we see Seth Rollins on the card somewhere, because Seth Rollins is definitely up there at the minute of one of the best in terms of his work. His character work is just sublime at the moment, as we've been saying. I wanted him to see him on the card somewhere, and he's got a credible opponent as well. Riddle.
Yeah.
It was one of those matches where it's one of those dream matches you'd make on the video game, Riddle and Seth Rollins. So I think this could be good. You've got the contrasting styles, the technical wrestling of Seth Rollins, the striking MMA style of Riddle. This is going to be a good one.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be tasty.
And again, this is looking at the future as well. Riddle is great at the moment. The fans are loving him. They're behind him. The stuff that he's been doing on his own since Orton went off injured has been great. So they're really doing well with him there. I think the teaming of him and Orton was an absolute blessing for Riddle, because it has moved him up and up and up that ladder, and he's up there now. He's in that upper echelons. It's kind of a shame that he had that whole thing with Reigns where he can't challenge for the title, because I think he would be, because I could see Riddle being a future champion. He will be a future champion,
definitely.
But at the moment he's not going to be a challenger for Roman Reigns. So, but we'll see what happens there. But yeah, I think Seth Rollins at the moment, I think his character work and everything he's doing at the moment is absolutely top notch. He is top of the game at the moment. But again, he's another one of these guys that doesn't need to pick up big wins and things like that because he is Seth freaking Rollins, and he could lose a match in 30 seconds to a jobber and we'd still love him for it. Yeah. So yeah, he's doing great stuff at the moment. So this is going to be a good match. I think there's going to be some hard hitting in this one. Riddle known for his kicks and punches and everything else. Seth Rollins, you're going to have that sneakiness in there, probably a few little cowardly runaways, things like that. You're going to always have those little moves in there. And I think this is a very nicely balanced match as well. There's a real nice balance on this one. I think with Rollins and Cody, I think you kind of always knew that Cody was going to pick up wins because he was just coming back, so they were going to want to push him. So yeah, I think this one's got a little bit more of a which way is this one going to go. Yeah, so, and I think this has the potential to possibly even have 2-3 matches worth out of this as well. I could see this one going up to. Probably even Survivor Series, something like that. I could see it dragging on for a little bit, maybe get another couple of matches out of it. But yeah, I'm wondering whether this one is just made out of the fact that they haven't got Cody, they haven't got Edge, they haven't got John Cena, because there was rumours that John Cena was going to be back for SummerSlam. So I imagine this has all changed around a little bit, but I'm very happy to see this match included on the card. So where do you see this one going?
This is a difficult one for me because it's one of those matches where I think both of them could get a win, and both of them wouldn't suffer from a loss either. But I am actually I think Seth Rollins is due a premium live event win, so I'm going to say Seth Rollins on this one because he's been on I think nearly every pay-per-view this year, and I don't think he's won a match on a pay-per-view. So I think this is Seth Rollins' time to win a premium live event match.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I am going to agree with you again on this one. I think this will be a good one for Seth Rollins to pick up. And I don't want to see this being a match dominated by faces either. I want to see a heel win somewhere as well. So I'm going to agree with you on this one. I think Seth Rollins would do well to get this one. Could this potentially be a possible lineup for Reigns versus Rollins if Reigns retains the titles as well? This always that kind of that Shield. Yeah, the two Shield members going at it again. It's been a little while since we've seen that. So that could be the potential there as well.
I did read a little rumour online as well, which caught my interest of Seth Rollins coming down to the ring in Randy Orton's attire as well, which would be cool.
That would be cool. The mind games,
the trunks and the t-shirt as well. So that'd be,
Seth Rollins' mind game stuff is fabulous.
So,
I mean, the American Dream when he dressed up in the polka dots, that was fabulous.
And when he did the obviously the Shield stuff, that match with Rollins, that was great. So I'm hoping we see that, but we shall see.
Oh, I really hope we do that now. I'd really like to see that. That would be a great one. So that's going to be a really good match. I'm looking forward to that one. I think that again that could be another potential show stealer.
Yeah,
I think it really could be. So,
definitely. I'm
really liking this card for SummerSlam so far. It's lined up really, really well. So a match that's just recently been added is the next one we're going to go to, which is the Mysterios, Dominic Mysterio and Rey Mysterio, going against the Judgment Day, Damian Priest and Finn Balor in a no disqualification tag team match.
Yeah, we haven't really had much chance to think about this one because literally as we were about to press start on this video and the podcast, this one pops up on our news feed. So and to be fair, it's another one where it's kind of like, this could be good. Yeah, this could be a good match. No disqualification suggests that we are going to see maybe a Rhea Ripley interference.
Should be there.
Yeah, should be there.
Yeah, she'll be there.
But I think this would be good. I'm a big fan of Judgment Day. I loved it when obviously Edge was the leader. Still love it with Finn Balor. I think it was a huge relief for me that they're actually using Finn Balor for something credible. Yeah. So that's good as well. And obviously Damian Priest again, solid worker in there. And the Mysterios, I think it's a good opportunity for Dominic as well. I do think it's a good opportunity for Dominic as well. And obviously Rey, they're just celebrating the anniversary of his career as well. So I think this would be a good one on there. I think this could really... And the no DQ always gives it that little bit of spice as well. Especially with the way Judgment Day are going at the moment. So Yeah, this could be good.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. We've obviously seen this building up on Raw over the last couple of weeks. We've seen the use of the chair, doing the Eddie Guerrero,
which is great.
Pretending to be hit with the chair and then and throw the chair up and then lie down. Or whatever. We've seen all that over the last couple of weeks. I think that's the reason why they've gone for the no DQ stipulation on there as well, so they can't do any of the cheating on there by the Mysterios. But yeah, this has got a lot of potential in there. So you've got Damian Priest. Damian Priest is absolutely brilliant at the moment. Yeah. I was really, when they first brought him up from NXT, I was really worried about what they were going to do and where they were going with him. We saw him sort of going face, and that didn't really seem to gel. It didn't seem to really come across. And then we've seen some of his heel work, and that's been good. And then putting him together with Edge initially, and making up the Judgment Day was great. They brought in Rhea as well, which was fantastic because we love Rhea Ripley. We think she's amazing. Then obviously they're taking Edge out and put Finn Balor in, which I think is great for Finn Balor because he's been kind of lost on the roster for a while. Not really sure where he was going or what he was doing. So I think this is a good fit. I would have liked to have seen Edge staying with them for a bit, and then maybe cut him out later on. So, I really like Judgment Day. Love their look, love their style.
I did not realise until the other day that Finn Balor's 41.
Is he?
Yeah.
God, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, I had to give it a quick Google because it popped up on my social media. I had to give it a quick Google. He's 41. I was thinking, bloody hell.
Oh yeah, I thought he was in his 30s.
Yeah. It's
I put about his mid 30s.
Great look for
doing fabulous.
So,
but yeah, I mean Balor's doing great.
Still getting used to his new look though.
Yeah, I do like it though.
Yeah, I think it's a great fit for
the more I see it, the more I'm liking it. So
I think it's a great fit for
I really hope they give him a really fantastic entrance as well for Judgment Day. I really hope they get something really dark and gloomy and misty on there, something really good with that. So yeah, really liking Judgment Day. The Mysterios, I mean, Ray's a legend, sort of the greatest mask of all time. Yeah, can't argue with that. Dominic, still young, still coming up, still working. He's putting in some good performances. I think he's doing well. I think this is going to be a really interesting match on this one. There's also this thing that's been going around, maybe suggesting that maybe Dominic's going to turn on his dad and maybe join Judgment Day. Do you think that could happen? Would you want to see that?
I don't know. I think Dominic is in that position now where that would be a great career move for him to join Judgment Day. I mean, the stuff obviously he's got one of the best mentors in Rey Mysterio at the moment, and Rey Mysterio has been helping him loads, boost up his character, his moveset, and you can see the progress is there. He's been. If you go back to his first match against Seth Rollins at SummerSlam, he's really progressing and getting on well. I think Judgment Day would be a good fit for Dominic Mysterio, actually, and I think they could play well on the storyline with Rey Mysterio. Obviously, they've now got this match at SummerSlam, so we shall see. Yeah,
I think it would be interesting. I think it'd be interesting if they do go in that direction, because you could see them doing Dominic versus Rey, sort of coming up towards the end of the year, that kind of stuff. I think this would be an interesting one. I kind of wouldn't mind seeing Dominic join Judgment Day. Go a bit darker, go a bit edgier. He could blame his dad for holding him back and not letting him progress.
Especially since we never really saw heel Rey Mysterio as well. So this could be good.
This would be an interesting one. I think there's a lot of potential in this. Could we possibly see Edge? Again, it's a no DQ. It opens up that opportunity that maybe we'll see Edge come back and attack Judgment Day.
I did read a rumor online that that there has been some new merchandise that has been designed with the Rated R Superstar on it.
Ooh.
So I'm wondering if we're going to see that again soon. But my question to you, are we going to see him as a face or as a heel if he returns?
It's an interesting one. I think the fans will love him. I think the fans will love him no matter what he does. I think the fans were really getting behind him with Judgment Day. So I think the fans will love him either way. Me personally, I love heel Edge. The old school Rated R Superstar. Absolutely. For me, Edge was always best when he was a heel. So I'd love to see a heel Edge come back. Would it fit in with him attacking Judgment Day? Possibly not. maybe they do it where he comes back, looks like he's going to attack Judgment Day, and instead attacks the Mysterios. And it's
Possibly.
it's actually been setting up that he's actually going to come back and reform with Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Or,
we'll throw in things at the wall here, coming up with different ideas.
And my other question to you is going to be: is he going to come back alone, or is he going to come back with some people? Is he going to come back alone, or is he going to come back with some new buddies?
Don't know.
We shall see.
Don't know. We'll see.
But I'm looking forward to it as well. Obviously, all of the promos we've been getting over the vignettes, that we've been getting over the past couple of weeks have been great.
Yeah.
Just
waiting. Yeah, I mean, all those vignettes they've been doing about who's it going to be or whatever. We all know it's Edge. All the clues are in there. A lot of people have criticised it and turned around and said, "Oh, it's so obvious that it's Edge or whatever." Like these vignettes are rubbish or whatever. So I actually thought they were really, really good. I really, really liked the vignettes. I thought they were so well shot and beautifully done. I thought they were fantastic. So, I mean, we know it's Edge, but who cares? I thought they just look great. So why not? So where are we going on this one?
I'm going to say Judgment Day.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to say Judgment Day are going to win this one.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with you on this one as well. Yeah, I'd like to see Judgment Day pick up the win. They're the new fresh face faction. I think they would benefit from it as well. Would you like to see Dominic on their side at the end?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I would like to see that. I think it'd be great.
The big shock of SummerSlam being that Dominic turns on his dad. So.
Yeah, we shall see.
We shall see. Or will we see Edge?
Or Edge?
We don't know. Yeah. We don't know, do we? We think we know him, but we don't. So
yeah.
Right. Okay. So then we are coming up to the main event of the evening for what they keep saying is going to be the last time. We will see Roman Reigns going in as champion versus Brock Lesnar for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship in a last man standing match.
For the 1,320th time.
Yeah.
No, I think this match is going to be good. It's the last man standing stipulation that makes this interesting for me. Initially, when they announced it, because it was actually before Money in the Bank, wasn't it? That they announced this one. I was a bit like, again, Lesnar and Reigns. But then you kind of see the last man standing stipulation. You think, oh, this is different. Yeah. We haven't seen these guys in a last man standing match before. And I know a lot of people online are hating the fact that we're going to see Reigns and Lesnar again. But I think this could be interesting, this one. And it's the main event as well. SummerSlam has got a track record for people returning in the main events of SummerSlam.
Yeah, we saw Roman Reigns come back, didn't we? Only a couple of years ago, wasn't it? That we saw him come back.
So I'm not sure who we could see, but will we see a surprise there as well? Will we see a new challenger maybe come down? Drew McIntyre obviously does have his match at Clash at the Castle with the champion. Yeah. So we'll see. Will it be a clean slate? The Paul Heyman's out there as well.
Yes, always a factor on that, as well as the Usos.
As well as the Usos, yeah. So, and obviously, Mr. Money in the Bank.
Yes, that was going to be my next question. Do you think that Theory will cash in, depending on the outcome of this match?
I don't know. I've been enjoying the build-up for the past couple of weeks with him really winding out Roman Reigns, kind of chasing him around and getting to follow him and stuff. The promos that they shot in the ring last night were great. Yeah. I thought that was some of their best stuff that they'd done there. What I like about Theory is he's being that typical Mr. Money in the Bank. He's very much like Randy Orton, kind of just like waiting for his opportunity, but making a point of the fact that he's still got the briefcase. Yeah. He's kind of making it known. That's what I loved about Randy Orton's Money in the Bank ones. There'd be quite often times he'd come down and he'd kind of slide into the ring, slide back out again and walk off, just to kind of mark his presence. So I'm not sure if we're going to see maybe a swerve. Maybe he'll come down, pretend he's cashing in and then not, or maybe he will cash in. I don't know. I'm very on the fences, so I'm not sure.
I can see his presence being made at some point during the main event, whether it's before the bell or after the bell. I don't know, but I can see his presence being made somewhere during this match.
I think it also depends on what happens in the United States Championship match as well. Will Roman Reigns maybe send the Usos or Sami Zayn down? Yes, for an interference in that match, we shall see. It's going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. But I think this match for me has a lot of interest in it. It's like we said, we have seen this match a lot. Reigns and Lesnar, we've seen dozens and dozens of times. The fact that this is a last man standing match does make this interesting, does intrigue me. And they are saying that this is the last time that we will see these two together. So, but then we've been told that before, haven't we? Once in a lifetime. But yeah, I think this has got this is going to be an interesting match. I can see this being hard hitting. I think this is going to be violent. Will it go a long time? Always difficult to tell with Brock Lesnar matches. They don't tend to have long time limits on them. So we'll see what happens there. Yeah, I can see the tables coming out, chairs coming out. I think it's all going to get quite brutal on there.
I can see the Usos getting
I think the Usos are going to get involved. I could see Theory being around there somewhere.
Like I said, Paul Heyman's always a factor as well.
Yeah, so, yeah. Will we see any surprises? Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll wait and see on that. So, one rumor was suggesting maybe that we would see the return of the Fiend, and he would attack Roman Reigns the same way that Reigns attacked him at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
When he was the champion. So that would be interesting.
Yeah,
that'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Would not mind seeing that at all. But yeah, I think this is going to be a good match. This is going to be a good way to finish off SummerSlam 100%. As well. I think so. Interesting also because it does have that last man standing stipulation. There's always that thing that after the match, are we going to see Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar? Are they going to disappear off for a while? There's always that kind of they were so badly beaten up and injured or whatever that they're going to be out for a bit. There's all this talk about Roman Reigns wanting to go part-time, wanting to go off and do movies and things like that. So is this possibly the time that he's going to drop the title, or is it going to be a case of, oh no, he's so banged up or whatever, he's going to be off TV for a while, which would then probably take him through August and up to September, where we're hopefully getting this Clash at the Castle match with Drew for the title, but we don't know. Maybe that's what we're going to get through. And obviously, because of things have changed over the last few weeks, Vince is gone, Triple H and Stephanie are coming in. Will they want to take it in a different direction? Oh, there's so many questions at the moment, and so few answers.
Yeah, I almost feel like this pay-per-view is almost the opening of a new book. We kind of finished. We've used all the pages on the last book. We're kind of opening a new book now. Yeah. Let's get our heads down and really see what's going on.
Yeah. So, I think with this pay-per-view, premium live event, it's still going to have Vince's fingerprints on it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But we're going to see, hopefully, some working coming in from Triple H and Stephanie as well. So we'll see where this one goes. In terms of a prediction for this the main event match, where do you see this one?
I am, like I said, we've thrown so many curveballs out there about potential finishes and things that could happen. But I am going to say Roman Reigns does retain this still. Yeah. On this one. Yeah. Personally.
Yeah. I think I'm with you on that as well. I could see Roman Reigns holding on to this one. Has Roman Reigns had the title for long enough? Is this getting boring now for you, or?
I mean, personally, what I am really looking forward to is Drew and Roman at Clash at the Castle, because I think that is going to be a good match. I've always said,
and the fact we're going.
Yeah. But I like I said, there's rumours behind that as well. Is Drew going to win the title in his home country as well? They've just announced that new live tour they're doing in Glasgow as well. Yeah. The homecoming of Drew. So we shall see. Will he come back as champion? Yep. But again, Lesnar is always a top contender as well. He's always a top contender for that title. He's won the titles many times before. Yeah. And obviously, like I said, Theory's got the Money in the Bank. There's so many questions that have got dots after them. Yeah. So we're gonna have to see what happens. I think
and for me personally, that's what makes things like this exciting. Yeah. The fact that there is these questions, the fact that there is always those dots. We just don't know where we're going or what could possibly happen. I like it when it's not predictable. When it's too predictable, it's you kind of wonder why you're watching it. But when it's like this, it's just exciting. It's new, it's different, and So I think, to be honest, to say that this premium live event has got all the makings of being the first steps towards the future of World Wrestling Entertainment, and that's what we need. We need to start seeing this, because I think the companies relied too much on Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, and all these other top stars, Randy Orton, Edge, all these other ones as well. And we need to start looking at the future.
Yeah.
I think that the future has to be key. And I think a good start to that was Money in the Bank with Liv and Theory. And now we need to start moving it forward. We have to look at the future, because in a couple of years' time, when we start seeing the older stars, the established stars starting to slow down, we're not going to have that talent ready to step up in place. So that's what we really need to do. So for me, this like you said, this could be the first steps towards something special for the future. So so let's hope that it is. So I mean, all in all, as an event, I think this is a good looking event. I'm actually pretty excited about this. There's been suggestions going around that apparently the WWE aren't particularly massive on this card. They're kind of a few things that they wish they could have done, but obviously things have had to change due to injuries, due to people having to take time out. But I've got to be honest, I'm quite excited for this one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. I think I've always been a big fan of SummerSlam. It's one of those iconic pay-per-views you associate with wrestling, isn't it? SummerSlam. So I think it's going to be a good one. Biggest event of the summer as well. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'd say with everything going on backstage with Vince, with Steph, with Triple H, everything is thrown up in the air. Let's see where it all lands. Let's all hope it all lands in good spots. So,
I remember it's on a Saturday this year as well, so we can actually watch it before we go back to work on Monday as well.
Yay!
So that's good. That's always a treat.
That's my Sunday sorted.
Yeah,
happy days.
That's always a treat as well. And as we always do, there will be a review of SummerSlam as well after we've watched it as well. So definitely going to get that one up on there as well. Maybe we can answer some of our questions from this video.
I'll probably come up with a whole lot more questions.
Yeah. So we shall see what happens. But really hope you guys enjoyed. Please do let us know. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What theories do you have? No pun intended. Of what might happen, or what we're going to see. There's always a big SummerSlam moment. So what's it going to be this year?
Yeah,
that's the thing. So we shall see. Really hope you guys enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. And thank you for listening as well. If you are listening on the brand new Let's Talk Wrestling podcast as well. See you later, guys.